What's up, guys? Welcome to the Noice Guys Retro Booty Hunting.
Booty hunt. Booty hunt.
Yes. In this new series, we're going to get into some retro game finds. We've been doing a little bit of couch co-op lately, playing on the Retron 5, doing some gameplay videos, just hanging out on the couch. We're working on another one we're going to get uploaded soon, so stay tuned for that. But, getting into this retro stuff, we realized how small our collection was. And one of our best friends, Ray, got us into doing this. He took me out a few weeks back and just had a blast with it. So hopefully it's going to be something we start doing more, start gaining the collection. And each time we're going to try to sit down and do a video for you guys and show you guys what we found and share some of our memories with certain key games that we find, and just share gaming memories with each other and kick up the nostalgia a little bit.
For sure.
But Chess, you want to start off with some stuff you found recently, man?
Let me adjust my papers real quick. Okay, they're good. All right, I only got 3 finds that we went on yesterday to Tallahassee, but it started with Ray and Corey going to do this, look for old games and stuff. And I went with Corey like 2 days ago to a flea market in Albany, Georgia, and he looked through some things, found some sweet games. He'll talk about those later. But we went yesterday, and on the way down, we talked about our memories, blah, 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 all that stuff. And one of the games I talked about was Rocket Knight Adventures. And on our first stop, this joker was sitting behind the counter, or in the counter, whatever, for $25 at the Goodwill in Tallahassee, Florida. And I was super stoked about it. I think Jeff was the one pointing it out to me. And I was like, yes, I love that game. It's so good. And I picked it up.
It was exactly like that. Just so you guys know.
To a T.
Exactly.
So I picked it up. And last night when we got home, I played it. And boy, was I in for a shock. I remember it being hard when I was little. And not really getting past the first world. The first world turned out to be the first act of the first world. And I was like, oh God, I'm so mad at this. But the first act has 3 bosses, and they're not easy. And Konami being the kings of difficulty, the second level starts out with a boss battle, and I was like, I hate you, Konami, but I love you at the same time. Good memories, good times, love that game. The next one I got was. Oh shit! Curse word. Was one we talked about on the way down to Tallahassee again, and I couldn't even remember the name of it. We were sitting there like, "What is this game? Let's Google it." And
As rich as he was.
Do what?
He was the only one that cared.
Yeah, probably in the world, the only one that cares about this game, other than my sisters. They care about it. And we talked about it, Googled it, and it was MTV's Remote Control. I got a cough. But it's a pretty stupid game, probably. I mean, it's been 20 years since I played it. Barely can remember what it's like. Hadn't played it yet since I got it, but I told my sisters about it, and they laughed pretty hard. And they're like, "Where did you get that?" And I was like, "I'm not telling you because I'm weird." But it's pretty wild game. And if you ever heard of this game and you're watching this right now, please shoot me a message because I'd just like to hear your opinion on the game. Anyway.
Please do.
Please do. Hold on. Swallow one.
You're probably the only person in the world.
This is probably the only copy ever, and this is the one I had when I was little. That's probably one. The next game I got.
That game's really worth $50 million. You just no one ever knows because
The rarest
no one
game
cares.
in the world because no one even cares about it.
I looked it up and it was something. One of them said something about when MTV was cool, and I was like, "Oh, that's what's up." The next one I got, me and my sister Lindsay played a lot together, and it's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Sega Genesis. It's a fun game. I remember playing this a lot, and I haven't played it yet since I bought it, but I remember if this is the same game, me and my sister would being stupid little kids, we would pause it and have them in the air flipping. Like, taking pictures because we thought it was
Dude,
cool.
I did that with the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Really?
Turtles, the arcade game on
That's what's up.
NES when I was a kid. I did that so much I blew up my NES from pausing it
That's
over and
what's
over.
Well, that was. I texted Lindsay about it, and that's the first thing she said. Is that the one we used to take pictures with? I was like, yes.
That's great.
Yeah, but anyway, those are all mine.
Fantastic.
So whoever wants to go can go.
Hit it up, Jeff.
I can. I found a bunches of stuff.
Bunches of stuff.
Alright, let's see.
What is this stuff?
I got a bunch of loose games that I got.
I'm
I'm not gonna talk about every one of them because I bought a bunch of them. But I got me some Gunstar Heroes,
Oh,
Star Heroes.
some Lion King because everybody loves Lion King.
everybody loves Lion.
I remember we used to sit there and me and Tony used to sit there and have arguments.
Mm-hmm.
So the way you settled the argument was you do the cheat code to get the bug capture thing, mini game, and you play that, and whoever collected the most was the winner, and that's who won the arguments.
That is some Hearst junk if I've ever heard of it.
They always settle their arguments with games.
I mean,
And I got the Animaniacs. That was probably one
oh,
of the
Animaniacs
that was
is
like
so
one of the
good.
first Sega games I've ever gotten when I was
So
young.
good. I love playing that.
And then Chippendales
Chip and Dale's
Rescue Rangers.
is a great game.
Got it. We used to play it at my cousin's house all the time. Then I got, let's see,
When in danger.
I got me X-Men 1 and 2 in the box.
In the box.
That's what's
What's
up.
in the
Completed.
box? What's in the box?
And I tumble them over.
Nice.
Make them pretty, and it's not working out. But anyway, I got both of them. I used to love them games. I just flip
break
everything
it
around,
up.
just
I
throw
like
them all
it. I
around.
like
Just throw
it.
it around. Can't have nothing
I don't know,
nice.
if you're trying to collect it, I'm breaking it so you can't have it. And then I got some Toe Jam and Earl.
Toe Jam and her.
This ain't the one I really wanted, but it's still Toe Jam and Earl. I think it's completed. I think it's completed.
Has it got a book in it?
I think so. No, it don't have the book. So I'm missing the book. But
Missing the book.
I used to play the top down. This is the side scrolling one, but I used to like playing the original ones.
Oh, there's another one?
Yeah, there's like 4.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
Nice.
then I got it's in my pocket. I got me Bart's Nightmare completed.
Yes.
I've never been able to beat this game. I even downloaded the emulator and the ROM to play it, and I still can't beat it.
Do I smell a
It's-
challenge?
This is a hard challenge. I've been trying to beat it, and I can never beat it. I
think this may be a gameplay video.
It's gonna happen.
can beat like 4 of the worlds, but I can't beat half of them. I think there's like 16, no 8 pages you're supposed to be looking for for your homework because you end up falling asleep and then all the pages fly out the window
Nice.
in your dreams, so you end up having to find them, and you have to like walk up and down the street, and you have to dodge like the tooth fairy and all that from turning you a frog and all that kind of stuff, and to find the pages to jump on, and then you got to choose which door you want to go into to play it, and
Nice.
it's pretty ridiculous.
I do.
But that's the one game I've never been able to beat at all.
We're gonna have to make it happen, Captain.
One day
One day.
I can barely beat the games I got now.
You got to do that. You got to make that happen.
I still want to play Gunstar Heroes though. I found this one pretty. I found this one. They gave it to me cheap, and it's worth double what they were asking for it, and I still got it knocked off price, so I was happy about that.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, bro.
Then I gotta hit up some flea market. I might go set something up this weekend or something. I don't know.
I'll be with you in spirit.
Yeah.
Well,
me-
I think everyone else is working, so I'm like,
yeah,
I'll go do
yeah.
it.
I got to work this weekend, unfortunately. Well, me, some of the games that I picked up this weekend were actually for Ray. Ray got me into this kind of. He didn't get me into games, but he got me into the process of picking up these games versus I used to just kind of order some online every now and then. But it's the thrill of the hunt. Just it really is going and looking through all these different places and not having any idea what you're going to find. You may go in there and find absolutely nothing. But a few weeks back, I went with Ray and we went around thrift stores and flea markets and pawn shops, and then another retro game store, Empire Games. It's in Douglas, Georgia. If you're around there, go check them out. But I found one game that day, and let's see. This is actually the latest co-op gameplay that we're doing. Even though it's a single-player game, we're co-oping this piece. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past on Super NES. That one, I never owned that as a kid, but I always wanted it. It was just always too expensive, so I never got it. Oddly enough, it's still expensive. It's an old game. That's the disheartening thing about some of these things is the bigger games. Like, I can't wait. Like, Ray's really good as far as just like holding back. Doesn't go in for the kill right immediately. He'll be like, no, I don't want to pay that, so I'll wait. But me, if it's a game that I've really been wanting, and if I find it in the store, it's bought. If I've got the money and it's reasonable. Yeah. I got a good deal on this. I got it at Empire in Douglas, and he cut me a really good deal on it, and couldn't be happier. And we're doing, like I said, Chess and I were doing that gameplay video on that. So that was a cool one. That was a couple weeks ago. Saturday, as you mentioned, you and I went around looking, went to some flea markets, pawn shops, and different things. Half of my finds that I bought were not for me, so I don't have those, so I can't show them to you guys. Ray's working on eventually doing a complete Sega Genesis collection, and he wants the boxes and the cases and everything. So they're common games, but got them for like $5 a piece. Got a bunch of sports titles for him in the box, so that was pretty cool. One of the ones that I did find at the flea market, Ninja Gaiden on the NES. Yeah. I remember as a kid, this game was hard. I sucked at video games, I still do. But every now and then, when I go to the video store, because that's the way my parents done. We rented games. We didn't buy them. Yeah, you had maybe 2 or 3 that you owned, and then the rest of them you rented a game every Friday night. And this was one of the ones that I remember renting if it was in. Like, because this game was hardly ever in the video store. People always checked it out around here. But I remember it was cool because it had like the cutscenes. It had the cutscenes and the story and everything else, and I remember as a kid just being like, man, that rules. That's great graphics, man. Yes. But yeah, that game's crazy difficult. I popped it in last night checking to see if it worked, and was playing it a little bit, and kind of like you with the Knights game, man. Like, I remember I'd go as a kid, you'd get to like the 3rd enemy on there, and I'd be dead, and I'd be in there screaming, just like, I don't want to play this anymore. This game sucks. I can't do anything. It was just because I suck. But the game really is that hard. It sucks as far as the difficulty. But that was a cool find.
Takes all your ninja stars when you die.
Makes me wonder why we play video games. It's like, what?
I mean, the games back then were ridiculously hard.
Well, they were fun, but it's like, get so mad. Like,
control schemes were dumb and everything else, but it's cool. Another one that I found at a pawn shop was F-Zero. Haven't tried it out yet because it's kind of dirty. The guy was firm on the price, but I can't blame him. I got it for $5. It looks good. It just needs a good cleaning, and gonna work on that. Never played it, but I know that's one of the big famous Super NES titles, so I figured $5. I'll pick it up. If it doesn't work, it's $5. Really didn't lose a whole lot. So I mean, I'd rather have my $5 if it doesn't work, but
that's a sandwich.
Hopefully that'll clean up and play really good. Ray wasn't with us Saturday when we were doing it, but he was in spirit because he was somewhere else doing it, and we were making phone calls back and forth to each other. So I told him about my Ninja Gaiden find because I paired it with the games I was buying him, so it gave me a good deal on mine. And he called me and he said he found this Ninja Gaiden 2. So now I had that. They had Ninja Gaiden 3, but dude wanted some money for that one, and I just really wasn't. You know, I like NES, but my memories on the NES are very few and far between because I had it for a few years, but I was a little kid when I had that, like little kid. So, and then like I said, it just blew up. It quit working, and we couldn't ever get that thing working again, and so I don't have many memories on a lot of those games. I do remember that game, but vaguely, not hardly all. That was just kind of a collection thing. Like, you got one, get two for the series or whatever. All right, I'm going to speed through these. These are just some cool ones that I found yesterday when the three of us went. One of my favorite games of all time is Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball on Super Nintendo. And we were looking at different things yesterday, and I don't know how I never really knew it, but I didn't have a Game Boy. I had a Game Gear. So I never really played a whole lot of Game Boy games until Game Boy Color came out, and I had that. But found this for like $2. I know you guys can't really see that, but that is Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball, the Game Boy edition, and that was pretty cool. I also found this right here, which also sucks. I tried it. WWF King of the Ring.
WWE
Wiz.
see you now, by the way.
Wiz. Really?
For saying WWF. Oh, no, they got me too.
Oh.
Ryu Hayabusa.
What?
That's when it was good, though, and this was my favorite wrestler of all time. That's kind of why I got it.
Where's Pink, though?
Bret Hart.
Bret the Hitman Hart was the man.
Goldberg ended, and Goldberg ended his career.
Yeah, because Goldberg sucked.
Or does he? Was it strategic? It was.
No, it's
Either
because
way.
he's a horrible wrestler that ended up hurting everybody.
Yeah.
He got that streak, though.
It's supposed to be a dance, guys. It's supposed to be a dance. All right, next ones that I found was I thought about this game the other couple of weeks ago. It really sucks. It's hard, but I wanted it just because. Best of the Best Championship Karate.
Noice.
Really difficult. We'll have to try it out and see if, like, on 2-player, if we can figure out how to play it.
I never even heard of that.
Because I tried it last night, and
Pretty rough.
like button combinations for kicks and punches are just stupid and ridiculous.
Arm wrestling competition. What is he talking about?
Yumi. Now.
Is that Josh?
That's his paramore.
Arm wrestling competition. Then I found Super Famicom, Super Power League. It's a baseball game, Japanese import. It was pretty cool. It's hard.
Japan.
On to my crown jewels, though.
Yes.
First crown jewel, I'm going to show it because it was the awesome one. I had 2 games in mind. You guys know them. I'm looking for Super Double Dragon, and I was looking for Sunset Riders. Didn't think I was going to find it. I thought if I had a chance of finding anything, it would have been Super Double Dragon. But our second stop yesterday, I walk in and just froze. Spent way too much money on it, but Sunset Riders, bam. This game was another game kind of like Ninja Gaiden where go rent it when it was there. Usually it wasn't there, but just cowboy shoot 'em up, beat 'em up type game. It's awesome. I always played as the dude with the poncho and the shotguns.
Classic.
Game rules.
Gulliver's Travel, always a classic. Always a classic.
I want to say though, that was on our third stop. Second stop was in that broken down mall that Corey parked in the furthest spot he could, and you could drive in the middle of the whole thing and get right there near it.
And Jared insisted that existed, but I don't know if it ever did.
I don't think it did.
Oh, Jared talked to you again and said,
No, when we was talking about the
no,
other night.
I think he said it was in the other mall.
Oh, did he?
But he did tell us it was in the mall that had Guitar Center.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, that's the only mall there.
Yeah.
We're not from Tallahassee, so, whatever.
What else?
It's all good. But even though that was the granddaddy of them all, probably, but the one that means the most to me, I already had the game, but our first stop, we walk in, and there it sits in the case. And my mind was blown, and I had to get it. King Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball for the Super Nintendo in box with the manual, everything. We found a card on eBay, Jeff did, and we got that ordered, so it will truly be a complete soon. But this game right here is probably one of my all-time favorites, period. It's just the music of the game, the animation sprites, everything about it. It was awesome. Gameplay wise, kind of hard, but
Is that the game that you and Joel hooted me on?
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah. Good times with this game.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are our finds in recent weeks, recent days, whatever. This is our first episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. I know it's probably been a train wreck, but
Before we go,
It's normally everything we touch is a train wreck.
yeah.
fair.
I'm
We are
surprised
the-
we concentrated this
We're,
long.
like, we're the opposite of King Midas. Everything we touch turns to shit. Before we go, I want to show a little of my artwork. I've been drawing a character from everybody's finds the whole time. Let's see if we can get it on the camera. Hold on. Oh, I don't know which camera to look at here.
I mean, whatever camera you
That's the
want.
stream camera.
That's the stream
but-
camera. I'm just going to show them. That's Sparkster from Rocket Knights. There's Bart. And there's
Ryu,
Ryu blah, 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 blah,
Habushia.
Habushia.
I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I can't speak. I can't speak
For
Asian.
you guys, I can't see it, so I don't know what I'm looking at. Okay.
Good job, Chess.
Thanks, man.
Let me see these.
They're pretty good.
Wow.
Pretty proud.
Those should be in a museum,
I want that
bro.
in my fridge.
Those
I want
those
a
are
magnet
amazing.
to put in my fridge to hold that.
Those are amazing.
Wait, make it. No, sign, guys.
What?
Bam.
It's worth some money now.
Worth money. If you guys want this, just let us know. We'll send
We'll
it
be
to you.
auctioning it off.
We'll send
First
this
bid
to you.
starts at a high five to and then the next after that's a penny.
That's going to be a collector's item.
I mean,
Never.
Oh.
But yeah,
It's an
until
original.
next time, we'll see you on the Noice, guys. Retro booty.
Booty.
Booty hunt.
Booty hunt.